Welcome to Retro Upgrade. Let's see what's wrong with this PlayStation. What was that? Shoo, shoo, go away. Let's see how I fix this. Welcome back. This time we'll be looking at a faulty PlayStation 1 with a broken CD-ROM drive. Doing a quick inspection, it's missing one of the retaining bearings. And it seems to have glue all over the place. The spindle also seems to be quite stuck. Let's plug it in and see what happens. I'm holding the lid sensor down so it works with the lid open. Seems that the laser doesn't move either. The spindle sounds stuck. So let's take it apart. There's 6 crosshead screws. It's really easy to take apart. Flip it over and take off the lid. Be careful, the CD drive is loose. There are 2 cables you need to remove, one ribbon and one normal cable. Be careful with the ribbon, obviously. I flip the CD-ROM drive over. There are 2 small screws, also crossheads. Take off the lid. There are 2 small screws on the top side. You need a size 00 bit. Here is the gear assembly for the carriage, and I can see it's not moving the other gears. Maybe they're broken, so I have to take them out and inspect them. That one was very loose. Let's take the other ones out. Do a cleanup and inspection of them. They have some grease on, so they're hard to get a hold of. To remove the small motor, you need to remove a small screw. It's on the bottom side. It's also a crosshead and a 00 size as well. Looks like it has some residue, but it could just be the grease they use at the factory. I just noticed the CD-ROM drive is missing the sticker that shows what model it is. Oh, okay, so the gears look good. Let's clean them off. And yeah, all teeth are there. No damage, so that's good. Oh look, Gizmo. Okay, let's see. Next gear. This one looks broken, but it's actually just the grease. And this is the last gear. The only thing I could see wrong with this is that the legs that hold it in place are pushed together. So let's split them apart. I'm using a guitar pick for this. But the gears in general look nice. Okay, time to put the small motor back on. Don't forget the screw. Be careful, you can strip it out easily. Okay, let's put the gears back. Like I said before, You need that guitar pick and you can split the legs apart easily without breaking them. Be gentle, obviously, just plastic. Put back the first gear. See, so everything moves together. It's hard to get a grip on it, so I'm using some tweezers. And yes, the motor moves. Time to put on the second gear. This one required a little wiggling to get down. Otherwise it wouldn't engage on the second stage. It doesn't want to move really. There we go. Everything moves together again. Now for the last part, see if it snaps in place. You have to push down with quite some force to make it snap in, and spin it around as well to get the teeth so they in the right place so they engage. There we go. The sled is on, it snapped in, and now time to move it. Try to move it from the sled instead so you don't damage the gears. Now time for some grease. This is silicone grease with Teflon. It's perfect for gears. Put on a little bit on all the gears. Just dab some with your tweezers, that's fine. I put on too much here, I wipe it off later. Just move it back and forth until it gets in all the place. Time to take a look at the hub. It's really stuck, so I need to remove it. There are two small screws hiding underneath it. Just spin it until you can see the screw. They're really small, they're 000. So you need a good screwdriver to do this. I'm using a El Cheapo variant from AliExpress. Now remove the top cover. Just pull it away from the hub. Now pull it towards the laser to remove it. Now you can spin it around and check the motor. If it spins freely now, it's just that it had something stuck in between the motor and the mount. But it's still stuck. It's really hard to spin. I'm guessing they glued it when they glued back on the hub after fixing it. I'm trying to pry it off. You should never use glue on this. It should just snap on if it's an original part. It was broken inside. I strongly recommend just buying one, but I don't have one available and it takes too long to get one, so I'm going to make my own. Just pry it off slowly so you don't damage the motor. Time for a design montage. Okay, so to the left you can see my 3D printer. I'm going to put out a dedicated video to show exactly how I designed this part. It worked the first time, but I did a few iterations afterwards just to make it fit better, so I didn't have to sand it that much. The 3D printer is a FL Sun Delta printer. It was a pre-production model. It didn't have a name. Now that you have some time, consider liking and subscribing. You can't say no to Gizmo. The sound you hear in the background is my daughter. She's running around playing all over the place. She's just 3 years old, so I can't keep her quiet. Okay, let's see. So this took about 20 minutes to design. And the extra changes I did afterwards took like 10 minutes more. Now time to load up the 3D printing software. I'm using Cura. And for designing I used Fusion 360. It's free for hobbyists, so that's no issue. I'm not planning on selling the plans for the hub anyway. I'm giving them away. I'll put the STL files in the description so you can download them from cults.com. I have a few more designs there, so if you're interested, just download and print them. And give me a comment there over there if you're from YouTube as well. The 3D printer is quite good. Just cost me 200 euros. I've upgraded it with silent steppers and a new heater element and some fan mounts. The ones that came from the factory were really garbage. This is sped up 700%, so it took about 5 minutes to print this. It's not that bad. It cost like 2 cents in plastic, so it's really cheap. The springs do move, but it has some strands I need to remove to make it fit a CD. So I use some files. Don't go overboard here or the CD will be loose and it won't work. Let's check the fit. Oh yeah, it snaps in quite well. And all the holes are in the right place. That's perfect. Time to try to push it on. And I noticed I made the hole way too tight. So I have to open it up. I'm using a 2mm drill. Try to be steady or put it down on a piece of wood and drill it from the top. It's easier to get a straight hole. I've done this before, so it's not that hard. Just remove the small burrs. Sorry for the flickering, the LED lights I'm using are not suited for video use. That's a satisfying snap. That's how the original part should be mounted. Let's try it out. Hold down the lid sensor. The laser moves. It spins. It doesn't scratch. So that's a really good sign. Let's put on a CD and see if it spins. And hooray, it works. It seems to work perfectly actually, and it is reading the disc. So let's hook it up to a TV and see if it works completely. The laser can be burnt out. Okay, so you can see this is the fixed system. I'm using Spyro to check here. I still do recommend to buy the part instead of making it. But it will keep you afloat until you get it. I don't have any sound here because the kid was sleeping. but it seems to work fine. If you see this screen, it's already loaded the game. As you can see, it works perfectly, no issues at all. The sound doesn't glitch, so the laser is working correctly. Thank you for watching. I'm going to try to make videos more frequently. I had some issues with my computer, that's why this took so long. If you like this, just subscribe and like, and I'll continue making them. Thank you.